So this channel is now 1 year old. Give or take a couple of weeks. Now this isn't my first YouTube channel. I've got two others and I've been doing YouTube, I would say, for about 10 years. So you'd think I'd kind of know by now what's involved. I watch all the tutorials and all the advice, but just still can't get it right. Anyway, this is the first channel I built or decided to start where I was going to focus on one thing and stick with it. And that's photography. We're just over a year in. There's around 900 subscribers today. There's 3,500 hours of watch time, which still blows my mind to think that people are looking at me for that amount of time. And then there's been 140,000 views of videos. Those videos are about 100, I think, today, maybe 90 odd videos, and they're sort of split 50-50 between sort of traditional long form videos and then vertical ones. And some of those vertical ones have been made from the long ones, etc. You know, anyway, so there's about 100 pieces of content up on this channel. And yeah, it's been quite an interesting year. And I thought what I'd do is make a little video and talk to you about what I've learned in this last year on YouTube as a photographer, if you like. I'd say four major struggles that I have. One is consistency. You know, some weeks or some periods of time I go, right, okay, I'm going to upload a video on Saturday, or I am going to make videos about X topic, or I'm going to make videos that are 3 minutes long or 5 minutes long, or I've come up with a thumbnail design and I stick with that. But sticking with something is something that I apparently find really, really difficult, especially because it's a hobby. It should be fun, so I'm trying not to regiment myself, but it's really important if you want to grow things on YouTube and you want to be a success, you know. Coming up with fresh ideas is also difficult, especially if you're trying to kind of stay in your lane, so to speak. You know, if I want to just do photography, I should just make photography videos. And I watch loads of photography videos, and some people have a channel and they have a theme, and you know, it's landscape or it's product photography or travel or whatever. I don't have that thing yet, so coming up with content is something that I do kind of struggle with a little, and yeah, that's something I need to kind of focus on, or maybe not. Another area I find a bit of a struggle is kind of I don't know how to put it, like algorithm anxiety. That's kind of perhaps one way to put it, is making content for YouTube or making content for me or making content for the viewers. And that comes down to things like reviews and vlogs and things, you know, which is the best. Definitely reviews are the way to get clicks and to record those videos. I've got, you know, like a top-down camera setup at my desk, and I unbox stuff and I do that, and they just feel soulless. So I don't know if I can do stuff like that again. So I really need to think about what it is that I am, you know. I guess I'd rather make something I'm proud of that got 200 views than some, you know, soulless review of a camera bag that got 2,000. Although the clicks are nice. I don't know. This is the anxiety that I have, you see. So then there's something called imposter syndrome. Now, I don't know if you've heard this, but it essentially is where you perhaps do something, whether, you know, you make a video or you I don't know, yeah, you make a video, you take a photograph and you want to share it, and you think to yourself, is mine as good as those? Why would I want to share my stuff when there's far better content creators, photographers, vloggers, whatever out there? And that's actually a big challenge. It's I've made many videos where I thought, this is just not interesting. It's I've spent maybe a couple of hours out, and I've taken some photos. I've maybe done some vlogging or filming, and then I've got home. I've edited my photos. I've made a video, and I don't ever spend a huge amount of time on them, which maybe is something that I need to try and do a bit more of. But still, I've invested a couple of hours of my afternoon, and then maybe an hour or two of doing some editing, and then I go to post it online, and I think this really isn't very good, and that's a challenge. However, some of those videos are then the ones that are successful, so I then try to repeat that, and then it's not successful, so I need to try and break down what works, what doesn't work, or maybe I just need to be more consistent. Let's go back to step one and just upload more content more often. I don't know, so I've got lots of stuff I need to figure out.
Does Marino have to go back to a centre forward? You can't keep playing the new signing up there. Havertz not around, Jesus not around, but everywhere else you've got two, haven't you? You've got two players for every position. Yeah.
Really different family.
It sounds like it's all bad and stressful and frustrating, and it gives me sleepless nights, but it doesn't. I've gained a fair bit from this. I've gained, I think, a little bit more confidence in talking on the camera. Yeah, I think I've gained a bit of confidence talking on the camera. I've got a better idea of perhaps what sort of creator, YouTuber I want to be. And I've gained a few friends and contacts along the way. So there's a few people that regularly comment on my videos, and I appreciate that. And it's been great to get to know some of you guys and follow some of your channels as well. So yeah, it's it might be a small channel here, but I think it's growing, and I know I can grow it some more. And as I said, I've got a better idea now of what I want to do and what I want to be going forward. So so if you're one of the OGs, if I can be so bold as to call people OGs, thanks for being one of those 900 or so that have been with me up until now. If you're new and you're wondering, who is this guy and what is he waffling about, I do apologise, but if you come back again, please, you'll just have to get used to it, because I do tend to waffle a little bit. I never quite know how to wrap up a video either, so maybe my catchphrase should be, I'm waffling now, I better go.